These faces bear no trace of the battles already fought and won in these young lives.
She was purple, not breathing.
His heart was beating very irregular.
They were born at 30 weeks, 6 days. They were tiny.
They were very small.
He was having too many apnea episodes each day.
I was very scared.
To each of these parents, the miracle of modern medicine isn't a lofty ideal, it's an intimate reality.
They did brain scans, they do stomach scans, they do eye scans and ear scans.
The medicine was there, and he's just fine.
This kind of life-altering science in action is at the heart of the Morgridge Institute for Research.
It's both research and delivery.
Too often there is a disconnect between the areas of basic research and clinical medicine.
What's unique about the Morgridge Institute is that it's designed from the ground up to deliver. Of the 4 research areas, 2 are focused on discovery: regenerative biology, led by Dr. Jamie Thompson, and virology, designed by Dr. Paul Ahlquist. The other 2 areas focus on delivery: medical devices and imaging, designed by Dr. Rock Mackey, and pharmaceutical informatics, led by Executive Director Dr. Sang Kim.
We're in a position to actually unleash a bounty of delivery of solutions.
To do that, Morgridge Institute is specifically geared to help scientists meet new and daunting challenges.
We're now in a very different phase of biology, really a distinct change in how we do business.
These world-class scientists know to really make a difference, they'll have to think differently.
In the past, biology traditionally has focused on studying individual genes, individual biochemical processes. We have to deal with the fact that humans and other organisms have tens of thousands of genes and vast interacting processes. We're still clearly missing a number of really important underlying principles.
To uncover those principles, biologists are turning to mathematics and computer science.
Biologists now have these wonderful new tools to create huge data sets, and they're so huge that the average biologist doesn't have the expertise to deal with them.
An analogy would be to the microscope. Centuries ago, the microscope was a tremendous enabling device because it revealed new worlds. It revealed cells, microbes, things whose existence was not suspected before, but without which you could not possibly understand biology. Nowadays, all of our information is coming through in these complex data streams. And mathematics, computation, these are biology's new microscope. They make new worlds visible to us. This is inherently a computational challenge. It's beyond what any individual human brain can handle.
Enter Dr. Marone Livni, architect of core computational technologies.
My responsibility is that they have the best computing capabilities.
The emerging field of computational science will be a key part of Morgridge Institute, acting as the glue that will bind the research centers.
We don't want them to hit the wall or to say we cannot do it because of computing.
By combining the capacity of thousands of computers, Dr. Livni can offer scientists tremendous power.
So a typical thing that I go to scientists and I say, okay, I give you 1 million computing hours. What are you going to do with it? They can look at more, they can generate more. They will do better, faster, greater science.
One of our mantras is let's do it better and let's do it less expensively.
Dr. Rock Mackey is co-founder of Tomotherapy, a company that delivers revolutionary radiation treatment.
I know the problems in getting any kind of new technology out in the marketplace.
And he brings to Morgridge Institute his entrepreneurial drive.
We can bring together the right people to tackle some big problems.
The problems that we're addressing now are so complex that they can't possibly be mastered by any single discipline.
Which is why collaboration is also a central theme.
Morgridge will pull everybody together. Computer scientists and engineers, biologists all talking to each other.
There's a lot to be done by putting people together in ways that will drive interactions on a daily basis.
This is the future where biology is going, and unless you're in a place like that, you'll be at a competitive disadvantage.
The intended result is science that leads to breakthrough medications and medical devices.
We are going to see increased resolution so that we can see smaller and smaller objects. We're going to be able to, at some point, be able to even see single tumor cell. One of the things that I think is going to be possible is to bring the lab of the hospital onto a chip that you could even implant into a patient so that everybody could, in fact, have a medical lab inside them. This is the image we just took. It is science fiction, but science fiction has a habit of coming true.
Stem cell pioneer Dr. Jamie Thompson says we're already seeing tangible results from the work in his field.
It's never been possible for a pharmaceutical company to take their drug and put it on a human heart cell and say, is it toxic? And they've been burned really badly by that, so it's $1 billion problem. What these newer cells do is give us access to all the pieces of the human body. So this is the first time that they can put drugs on a human heart cell and say, is it toxic? That means it's safer when it gets there, and they can make drugs quicker and hopefully cheaper because of this.
Morgridge Institute will build on medical advances that are already making an impact.
I don't think that she would be here.
Without that medication, I have no idea what would have happened. I'm very thankful for it.
That's what people see, and that's what people care most about. It is always that final delivery step that has the biggest impact, and I believe that right here at the Morgridge Institute, we are going to be among the pioneers that get to the cures much quicker.
Scientists at Morgridge want their impact to be felt around the world.
We have the potential of taking the Wisconsin idea way beyond the boundaries of the state.
The world is becoming one global environment, and we would want to be able to have technology that could assist in the developing world as well. So I feel that we are obligated for humanitarian reasons to do so.
This spirit of access is very, very important.
Access not just to the outcomes, but to the information and the scientists themselves.
Most people don't read scientific journals or go to scientific conferences. We actually have to take some initiative and find really powerful, new, exciting ways to get information out.
Education researcher Dr. Susan Millar has devoted her life to improving science education. Her mission is to take the discoveries beyond the walls of Morgridge Institute and change how we learn about science.
We plan to get the stories of the scientists, find out what they do in their labs, what motivates them. We want to help make that available to all kids, that they will really feel excited about science and be engaged with it for the rest of their lives. Some of them will become scientists.
Ultimately, few people appreciate science more than the families personally touched by the work of researchers.
I'm grateful that there's someone who is willing to put in the work and the time to come up with answers.
I don't know how you can thank them enough.
We've been through a lot. Our whole family has been through a lot, and we're just lucky. Lucky that we're here.
Born the same year as the Morgridge Institute, Christopher, Benjamin, and Andrew will likely feel its effects throughout their lives.
There are a number of diseases for which right now there are no effective treatments, including many neurodegenerative diseases. The goal is to achieve those life-changing therapies.
The thrill is making a difference.
We have the opportunity to do something completely new.
We want to be transformative.
From time to time, we're able to glimpse new directions in our science. And those moments are actually tremendously rewarding. It's very much like standing on a new shore and looking over a new continent that you've just discovered and seeing a landscape that no one has ever seen before and seeing all of the potential that it has for the future.